Alright, imagine you've been dabbling in programming with Python and you've just stumbled upon some matrix operations that are crucial in data science, machine learning, and scientific computing. I hear that understanding matrix reshaping is one of those crucial nuggets of wisdom, and I'm here to share it with you like a chat over a cup of hot coffee. The goal is to empower you with the confidence to understand matrices, their shapes, and why reshaping them in Python is like doing yoga for data matrices necessary for flexibility and harmony in applications. So, Python is this friendly and approachable language that's got some powerful libraries like NumPy, and NumPy is like the Yoda of matrix operations in Python. You need to learn its ways to wield its power effectively. Now, let's take a journey into reshaping matrices. Every matrix has rows and columns, right? You see those when a matrix is created. For an IT freshie, that's the default view of a matrix, but oftentimes, you have to mold the matrix into various shapes to manipulate data correctly, much like molding clay. But don't forget to preserve the essence of the data, just like the clay's inherent essence. So, there's this concept called reshape in Python. It's like giving a new form to a piece of clay without squishing it. Imagine you have a one-dimensional array of numbers. A simple, humongous, unbroken string of numbers that looks something like this. Python import numpy as np data is equal to np.ar ange print a. It prints a long line of numbers from 0 to 15 in a neat, straight column. It's like all these numbers are siblings in a row, and that's how Python sees it because it's one-dimensional. But here's where we can do a twist. We know the sum of the numbers, let's say 15. If we reshape this array to 4 rows and 4 columns, it preserves the total sum and each number remains unchanged, all because we are just reshaping, not moving or multiplying, just stretching their muscles, so to speak. So, let's mold Python reshaped underscore data is equal to data.reshape print of wow, look at that. We've created a perfect square. The rows and columns are equal, and yes, each number remains as proud as the day it was born. The matrix's shape is now a square, even if those numbers didn't need it before. What's more cool is that Python allows not just one but many shapes, triangles, rectangles, hexagons. It doesn't discriminate between geometrically diverse but mathematically consistent matrix forms. The reshape function can take our initial array and give it any form, as long as the total number of elements match, we're golden. Sometimes, things go a bit wonky, maybe because our shapes aren't perfectly made or for some other reason. That's when we get reshape errors. But hey, they're gentle reminders to ensure we're doing the right math. Now, when we are doing this in a real-world scenario, such as in data science or deep learning projects, we usually deal with multidimensional data. Our simple one-dimensional array might come from a one-dimensional sensor in a distributed system. Reshaping then becomes key in transforming this data into something usable, like a two-dimensional array for image analysis or a three-dimensional array for 3D modeling. Python 3_dimensional is equal to data.reshape print c. Now we've created not one but 4 matrices, each nested within each other. It's like Russian matryoshkas, but made of numbers instead of wood. It can get complex quickly, but that's why I'm here to share it all with you, step by step. As we dive into matrices, remember, we always aim to maintain the sanctity of the data, making no changes beyond reshaping, like changing the content within the matrix, which would be akin to changing the soul within the clay. Alright, I think we've had such a delightful journey through the realm of reshape in Python. let's wrap it up with some key takeaways. Never forget that in the grand scheme of data science, the goal isn't just to handle data but to understand and make sense of it. And when it comes to reshaping, do it with purpose and respect for the data's form and content. Now, I want you as my friend here to make sure not to go astray on this matrix path by not exploring and applying these matrix skills in the wild. A true IT freshie always takes pride in continuously learning and not just studying for the sake of it but for the practical applications. So, heed my words and apply this newfound knowledge not as an end but as a means to grow and contribute in the vast digital cosmos. When you are all set with this fresh wisdom, go forth, and I would encourage you not just to learn, but also share your knowledge with others who might be embarking on the same journey. The beauty of progress lies not just in one's evolution, but in the collective upliftment of the community. That wraps it up like we are finishing our last cup of coffee. So go ahead, take a break now, relax a bit, but keep that curiosity alive because the matrix world never sleeps and neither do we, coders and tech enthusiasts alike. And remember, to keep learning and evolving, keep exploring the vast universe of Python and programming. Until next time, my friend, always happy coding. Visit neeraj.qzz.io and subscribe to TechLab for more insights into technology and programming world. See you there, my fellow tech enthusiasts.